Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, in which I constantly do the millennial pause as I'm starting the episodes, because I'm just like, I don't want to just start talking as soon as we start recording. And I'm pretty sure actually that it just cuts out, my Spotify just cuts it out. Also, my ear keeps on crunching every so often, so I'm just kind of occasionally flinching. So if I sound a bit strange sometimes, then sorry. Life is a thing. Sometimes you gotta roll with it, and we've just kind of got to figure it out today. Okay, so I'm actually recording this on Thursday, 27th of November 2025. So obviously I'm pre-recording these episodes. And Stranger Things 5 just came out. And I say just came out, I mean volume 1, so the first 4 episodes. The next 3 come out on Christmas, and Boxing Day for me. And then the last episode comes out on New Year's Day. So I am having I'm having a blast. Well, kind of. So I kind of didn't fully know as to how I wanted to go about watching Stranger Things, because I knew that a show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here was also going to be airing at the time. And so I kind of made the decision that I would watch a little bit of an episode before we watched I'm a Celebrity and then carry on watching it after we finished. And the hilarious thing was that I woke up by I think it was at 6, and I was like, no, I'm gonna not, this sounds really weird, I'm just gonna not fall back asleep, but I'm just gonna have my eyes closed and just think about things and just wait until it's 7:15 or something like that. And so I did, and it was so funny. I came down at 7:15 and I was really excited. I was going down the stairs, and my mum could hear me apparently, and she was like, what is she doing? What is she saying? And I was just cackling as I was going downstairs a little bit. Not too loud, but I was having a good grand old time. And so I came downstairs and I didn't want to wake the cats up, because obviously then they would probably go up to mum or dad and then they would wake up and then I'd have to watch on Celebrity, and I didn't really want to. And so I shut the door and stuff, and I settled myself down, and it was actually pretty good. I watched about 45 minutes of the first episode, and I've kind of been watching good chunks of it and then going back to something different and then going flip-flopping back and forth, which is kind of how I like to watch these sort of shows. And it was so long. Oh my god. I knew that it was going to be a long old viewing experience, but holy shit, it was so long. Oh my god. The shortest episode was an hour long, which doesn't seem too bad, but when you I can't sit still. I can't really fully sit still for any length of time. I'm getting a bit better at it as I get older, which I think is only natural. But sometimes when I'm podcasting, I'll just be moving around, or I'll be moving my legs around a little bit, so then I'm not for some reason my legs feel they're pulsing. It's very strange. Never mentioned it. So yeah, no, I can't sit down and fully watch something fully. It pisses my parents off, something chronic, and I'm yeah, I know. It annoys me too. Like, I'm the one that has to deal with it. So yeah, no, I'd watched. If you don't want to hear kind of what goes on, like, just like skip. And I'm sure that you can like skip it, but I am going to be talking about it a little bit. So the first episode was is called The Crawl, and it's all about like it's kind of showing that Eleven's been training to like level up her powers and stuff with Jim and Joyce. So cute, by the way, that couple. Like, I kind of thought it was going to be lame, but it just looks like two people that are having like the best time of their lives together. Love that. And like, then it shows like, well, apparently it says they're seniors, but I think they were actually juniors. Like, the three guys like trying to not like Will, Lucas, and Mike trying to like not piss off the bullies, but Dustin's like, fuck that. And he like kind of gets low key beaten up a little bit by the school bullies, the ex basketball team people. Steve, Robin, Jonathan, and Nancy, they all work in a local radio station. And I was a bit confused as to like how, like, if Nancy and Jonathan would have gone to uni. We obviously didn't know about Robin, but because obviously the town's on lockdown as well, they can't really leave, which is unfortunate. And they're able to like send coded messages, like the radio station are able to send coded messages. And with Robin as like the host person of the radio like broadcasting thing. And like their goal with like relaying the messages is to be able to tell Hopper when he can like go for a crawl to be able to find where Vecna's been hiding this whole time, because it's like a year and a half since they like last saw him, or maybe it was 2 years. No, I think it's only 1.5 years. So like it was their freshman year at the end, like during season 4. So then they start sophomore year. Yeah, they would be juniors. So yeah, kind of works up like that. Dustin then goes to Eddie's grave and is like wanting to check on it, but I think his pet gets attacked, and like they write something on Eddie's gravestone. I'm like, geez, son, that's another one of his pets that are gone. Jesus, criminy Christmas. So then he ends up missing the next crawl, which then obviously goes tits up to the wall, and Will sees an attack. The attack going on, that the Demogorgon's going to the Wheeler's house and ends up attacking Mike and Nancy's younger sister Holly. Then obviously we have the vanishing of Holly Wheeler, but it's not even stated in the episode title. Like on the like actual like names thingy before you get onto the episode, it's like said on like the title screen thing, which you know is good and stuff. So then obviously the Demogorgon attacks Mike and Nancy's parents, Karen and Ted. We love Ted in this house. I think he is genuinely hilarious. And like, if I was to imagine a white male in the 1980s who was obsessed with America, that would be Ted. Like, I love that. Like, obviously there are going to be people who are quite like Ted, sorry, in America like now, and like honestly, I just love Ted's character. How they've written him, I'm just like chef's kiss. Like, we love, we stand, we hope that he does not die. Like, if he does, then it's going to be a very sad old time. Like, he's an absolute tool, and he could do with, not being a tool and just like rolling with everything that happens. But I think that's what makes him more funny. Like, he just does not want to be bothered, and we love that for him. We stan. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So obviously the Demogorgon takes Holly into the Upside Down, and Elle is actually able to go with through the Demogorgon into through the gate. Follows the Demogorgon through the that gate. That's what the Wikipedia page says, and is accidentally attacks Hopper, and he's like, "The fuck is going on?" And they end up searching for Holly, but then find a great wall, the great giant wall that's surrounding Hawkins. Oh, I thought it was a cat. Jonathan is just being Jonathan and is annoyed at Steve for competing with Nancy's attention. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure that Steve, like, yeah, he might want to get back with his ex-girlfriend, but it's like, but at the end of the day, is this really the most important thing in the world right now? Like, it's probably more of like, oh yeah, I'm just showing off in front of my friend, rather than I'm showing off to this person who I used to go out on dates with and I want to get back in her pants. You know? It's not really that sort of situation. And Jonathan, he has a fucking ring for Nancy. So I'm like, I think he should just put a ring on that and just be done with it. We stand, we love emotional development. But to be fair, I really did not think that they would be in this place at this moment in time. Like, it seems sweet, but a year and a half after not seeing your significant other for, like, whatever it's called, for like 6 months, you're kind of on the rocks a little bit. You've not really told her that you don't want to go to college, then you end up in some sort of quarantine. Like, that kind of seems like a recipe for like breaking up. Not being in such a nice relationship that you end up getting a ring and want to get engaged. Like, I think more conversations need to be had about that, and I do hope that we're able to get it. But knowing what we know about like the production side of things and what the brothers have said, that might not be a thing that we end up seeing. I don't know. So yeah, then Dustin pitches up and he's like, I've got a check and I like fell off my bike and I got top of the floor. I totally didn't get attacked by. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I totally didn't get attacked by people. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. So Lucas is also like, staying with Max, putting on Running Up That Hill. We love that for him. Like, it's a cute song. It's getting a little bit annoying now, but it's a cute song. So obviously Karen and Ted, they're in the hospital, and Nancy and Mike are like theorizing about what the hell is Mr. Watson, which is Holly's imaginary friend, and might have actually had something to do with her disappearance. And Will, thankfully, thankfully, is like thinking, and he says like, "Oh, the woods is similar to like the vision in the woods is similar to the caravan attack." So Robin's like, "Oh, do you think that maybe like you can use that to help try and track Holly down?" And Joyce is like, "No, no. Like, I get it. You damn near lost your kid like 4 years ago, but he's like 16 now, or something like that. He's like a big boy." And kids, if I know anything about kids, which I think I would like to think I do, considering I was one for like a good while, kids, they like to do this shitty thing called not respecting their parents. And I think Will doesn't vibe with the idea of doing what his mum says anymore. So, yeah. Mike and Nancy pitch up in Karen's room to ask about Mr. Whatsit, and it actually realizes that it is Henry, which is what Vecna can turn into, or was, or is in his human form. I don't know. I don't care. Like, I'm not, if I'm going to be honest, I'm not terribly invested to the extent of like wanting to know every single piece of information about the show. Like, I don't read the books, I've not seen the stage play thingy. I don't consume every single piece of media in relation to Stranger Things. I just watch the show. And so I think maybe some people would be like, well, you're not a real fan then. So I'm like, fair enough. Fair enough. But I don't have time in my life for all of this. Like, I have lots of special interests. I have my parents. I have my sister. I have life. And I can't put my heart and soul into a TV program that's going to finish in just over a month. Okay, so I don't actually understand that whole thing. So like he's taken Holly to his like former home, which is kind of like in his memory or in the upside down or in her head. I didn't fully understand it. Yeah. And then Will's like, oh mate, actually my visions were from Vecna's point of view. And that, he figures out that and Derek Turnbow is going to be the next bloody victim. I would. There is not a character that I would love to see have something bad happen to him than I do for Derek Turnbow. Like, when I was his age, I knew of kids that were like Derek. And boy, I would like to say that I am a calm person, but I'm not. And my patience is so very little for people like Derek that I am just hoping that he gets his comeuppance. Like, it doesn't even need to be like that Final Destination kid with the piano getting smashed onto him. It doesn't even need to be that level of like malevolence or like just like bad luck. Like, it doesn't even need to be that. It can just be that he trips over something. I would be completely fine with that. And like people laugh at him, perfect. Wonderful. That is a good end to a character because Derek is so annoying. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. So next episode, the Paterno trap. Hopper and 11 obviously break and don't make it through the massive wall and ambushed by military agents, but they manage to overpower them. And it's just very, very boring. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff that happens, and there's a lot of like mini storylines because of how many bloody characters there are now, and I'm like, I'm tired. It's like the Russia storyline from last season even. I was just like, if that didn't happen, I think I'd be good with the show. But there's just so many weaving storylines that kind of connect to each other, that kind of touch each other occasionally, but they just kind of dive off, and I'm like, don't like that, don't like it at all. So 11 concludes that the military has captured Vecna, is holding him hostage. Which I'm like, don't think that's a thing, but okay. Will reveals that he can access the hive mind and establish a telepathic link to Vecna, so he's able to see through his perspective. And now, obviously, Deza is the next one going on. So yeah, Mike and Nancy think that Vecna is disguising himself as an imaginary friend for Holly, and that he abducted her. So they kind of make up an idea that they're going to use Derek as bait to track the Demogorgon, plant a tracker in it, and track it into the net upside down to reach Holly before more children are taken. Good. All good. Really like the Rubo and Goldberg traps. I appreciated it. So they use Erica for help, and again, this is so funny to me. So they pull Erica out of class, and it is Mr. Scott, Mr. Tom Scott? No, that's a YouTuber. Anyway, the kid's science teacher from the first season. And Erica's like, dude, I want to go back to my class. And Mike and Lucas are like, yeah, you can do, babes, but you just need to tell us if you can go to Tina's house and do this evil plotting thing. And Erica's like, but babes, me and Tina aren't friends at the moment. And let me just say, I love that we're seeing some continuity with the friends. They could just as easily give Erica new friends repeatedly. But Tina is established, and we love her for this. Tina is the older sister to Derek. And from watching the show, I can tell you that Tina's just as annoying as Derek, but in a girly way. And in a developing into a teenager potentially sort of way, to the point where I'm actively annoyed by her, but I'm also please do carry on, please be in more episodes, I'm enjoying myself, you know. So yeah, Derek ends up waking up, and Will realizes the Demogorgon has found them in the barn. So yeah, that's not good. And Holly is in a 50s version of the Krill house and goes on this adventure and ends up finding Max, because Max isn't dead in this alternate reality part thing, and she's actually just been hiding out there. Yeah. So Hopper and Eleven end up finding the bit, getting into the base, hoping to find Vecna, but ambushed obviously, and actually it's not Vecna, but it's Callie. Do you remember Callie? She was in season 2. She was in that strange episode. She was in that strange one. And I'm great. I actually just couldn't be bothered anymore, so I went onto the Wikipedia page to look at what happened, and I was like, oh, cute, great, Callie's back. Not that I have anything against Callie, but when you're just so done with this shit. Yeah. I really want to enjoy myself, but for how long the show, the episodes are, and how extremely detailed it all is, I'm tired. And I've not got time for this. And so I'm just tired. Okay. So Max obviously explains to Holly that they are trapped inside a strange realm of which is kind of Vecna's memories from back when he was a kid, I guess, kind of. But also Henry was in the lab, so did he still go to school? Is this fake memories that he pretends that he has? I don't know, I don't care. And they end up calling it Kamazots, Kama Chameleon. And that Max has been there pretty much since her death. Good. So Will's group is obviously attacked by the Demogorgon until Dustin, Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan arrive and chase the creature down into the upside down. Diddle-doo. The military end up getting all the kids from Hawkins and detains them in this weird little fucking bunker thing. Will obviously has another vision because why not with this kid? He just loves his visions. And is able to see where Vecna's holding Holly, along with a plan to get more children. So they somehow, like, I love this bit, by the way. They managed to go into like these like tunnel systems that they've been building or something, and like they poke a hole into one of the silo bunker things, and it's inside the toilet, right? And so, like, they radio into Derek, and he's like, "Which toilet do you want me to like be in?" And it's like the end toilet. And so he goes to all the kids, like, if you know who Mr. Whatsit's name, if you know about Mr. Whatsit, like, come to the toilet, or like sit around and like listen to a story, and he like whacks them with a broom when it's their time to go to the bathroom. And I love that. And they have to like go down into the toilet, like the bottom, like the floor of the toilet, like literally right next to the toilet, which is gross. And like towards the end of it, somehow like the pipes start like fucking malfunctioning, and this kid like comes in, and Will and Mike are there trying to stop like the water from coming in, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a plumbing problem. Are you here to see Mr. Whatsit?" And they're like, "Oh, just go down in the toilet." And this other kid's like, "Hi," and he just goes down into the toilet. And I'm like, I'm too tired for this, you know. So then obviously like more things happen. The kids, like, they're not safe and stuff, and they try to kidnap them. And as Vecna tries to get back to the Upside Down, Demogorgon obviously tries to attack them a lot. And then Will has powers and kills the Demogorgons. So I was like, wow, that's. I was impressed, I was impressed, I must say. But when you just like reach that level of I don't care anymore about this. Like, I wanna finish this binge watch. I can't binge watch things. I cannot do it. And I really try. I really do try. But this is a big but. I can't do it. So yeah, that was fun little. That was meant to be a quick overview, but I was talking for like 20 minutes about that. Maybe longer. And we'll probably actually cut that out. So if you were wondering, we would just talk about Stranger Things. But anyway, lots of stuff happened, and I won't spoil it for anyone. But yes, thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.